unforgettable. In a paradise, we can work it out and see the hard times fading. In the sunrise, we can flee the night. In the paradise, we can work it out.
Hello there everyone, this is my official greeting to the July monthly vlog. You guys voted on my Instagram poll. If you don't follow me on Instagram, be sure you go over there. And it was an overwhelming majority of people that wanted a July vlog. So I figured, yeah, why not? So what you saw in the beginning was me spending a day going to a waterfall in my area, and it was so beautiful, but I didn't like get any talking vlogs or anything of the area. I just wanted to showcase it through video because nature speaks for itself. But right now I have my new moon in Cancer video exporting so I can get it uploaded and ready to go for tomorrow, because tonight we're going to a Twice concert. Comment below if any of you are fellow onces, but I'm so excited. So we're gonna see a concert tonight. I just came home from finishing editing at a cafe, and I washed my face so that way my face can be fresh for fresh makeup for tonight. And then I'm going to prepare myself some food right now, upload the video, then get ready for the concert. So excited. Look at this. Look at this view. So good afternoon, everybody. It is July 11th now, and the last time that you saw a part of this vlog, I was at the Twice concert, which happened a couple days ago on Sunday. And yesterday I worked, so I was kind of like go, go, go. I'm in the middle of editing, and I just had like these thought processes that I wanted to share yesterday, but I didn't because I was so tired when I got home. I just wanted to pass out. First off, let's talk about the Twice concert. Sorry I keep shifting. I'm gonna go over here, like, that's better because I can rest you guys right here and talk to you. The concert was amazing. I am so thankful to my best friend because my best friend like bought me tickets last minute and was like, you have to experience it, you have to see it, you have to go. And I was like, okay. And she bought me tickets. I was like, oh my gosh, I was so honestly, like seriously depressed after the concert. I was really sad because like they created such a beautiful, magical, lighthearted, joyous atmosphere, and I just didn't want to leave that atmosphere ever. I was like, why can't the world be like this? Because I've always been definitely like, I'm practical. Like, I do have a realistic way of looking at things, but deep down, my heart is always in a dreamer state. That's pretty much why I like keep faith that I can make my dreams happen, is because of that delusion that my heart has. Even though I do realize the reality of things, it doesn't take away that bit of delusion and hope that I've always had since I was a little girl. And they really evoke that part of me, and I get very emotional because I just always wish that everybody in the world could just be kind, that we could all just be understanding. And it's exhausting to have to fight with other people or develop self-defense mechanisms so people aren't breaching your boundaries, etc. Anyways, it's something that I've always like had an inner conflict with, is dealing with the reality of that the world can be that way, and you're not always going to be able to just solve everything with complete kindness. You can have compassion for others always, but you do need to learn some boundaries and self-defense mechanisms, unfortunately. And their concerts just make me escape to a place where like all of that doesn't exist, and we all get along and we have fun, and and I know like that's part of the performance, is to evoke a fantasy, but you know, it does it successfully, and it makes me sad afterwards. And I always pull a lot of inspiration. Like, I know that a lot of people tend to resort to these immediate judgments of things, like, oh, K-pop is just like cutesy fun, like dumb music or whatever. They have their judgments of K-pop, and then there's judgments of like other things. But me, I always keep an open mind, and I'm someone who, I kid you not, I draw inspiration from like everything. And I find the things that I can learn, and like I even got inspired from the Jersey Shore cast. I watched Jersey Shore originally because I just wanted to see like what all the hype was about, and it was really funny. Like, it was a funny reality show to watch, but then it morphed into something where you watch these imperfect individuals that were like carrying out this ignorant lifestyle and stuff. They morph into family people, and you watch them like mature and evolve, and I just find that so inspirational. And then same with the Kardashians. I love watching the Kardashians, same reason. And then the K-pop stars, like with K-pop, you really get to see where they come from, and you get to watch them grow and their journeys, and it's not an easy journey. So what gets me so excited to see like Twice live is because I have an insane amount of respect for these women with what I know about them. Obviously, I don't know them personally, but from what I do know, I have an insane amount of respect for them. And I find their drive, their ambition, their passion so admirable and inspirational. And so seeing them live gives me so much inspiration, and it makes me so emotional, because I'm like, I know I can achieve my dreams. I know I can do it. And it's not easy. Like, it's not easy to always stay patient and keep faith and stay persistent in your actions towards your goals. Like, I've been doing trial and error for my goals for years, like years upon years now. And obviously I'm so grateful for the progress I've made, because I didn't know like what to expect, or if I was going to grow, when I was going to grow, nothing. But it's still tough. Like, people tend to see just like a certain number of subscribers and stuff, and they make an assumption, just like they make an assumption about Jersey Shore, the Kardashians, K-pop groups, etc. But you don't see where they come from, and you don't see what they go through behind the scenes. None of us do. And for me, like, just as somebody who, I've had some people judge the amount of subscribers I have and be like, wow, like, whoa, like, I bet you got it made, pretty much. And I'm like, no, I am not at the moment making a livable income from my passion, and it's a work in progress, and it's not easy. Like, I'm already going on a long tangent, but it is not easy. So when I experience something like Twice Live and it evokes all those emotions that I always go through, it kind of pulls them all to the surface and makes me emotional. So I've been dealing with the post concert depression for those reasons. And then yesterday I had work. I had multiple customers open up to me about things that they're going through in their lives. And it was so heartbreaking to hear the things that they're dealing with. And I just, it made me just want to be that much kinder to people. Like, I always want to be, but like I said, you have to also ride the line between compassion and kindness, and also asserting your own boundaries pretty much, and being cautious, because not everybody is trustworthy and you do have to also be cautious in this world. But it just, like, it really softened my heart even more than it already was from the Twice concert. And I've just been in this like emotional state, and I'm air dominant. My chart is air dominant. So sometimes there can be a detachment from my emotions. Like, I know that I feel sad, but physically it's not expressing itself. Does that make sense? And like, it'll usually come about at a random time. Like, I'm due for a little crying session just with all the emotions I'm feeling, but I can't force it. Like, I can't force it to happen, and it's just going to happen at a random time. But I know I'll feel better when I do. So, in other news, today is an editing day. So I woke up, I stretched, meditated, I made myself breakfast and everything. I showered, and I've just been editing. So a lot of times this is what I do. I have work 4 days of the week, and like, depending on if I work in the morning or in the evening, that really dictates like how I schedule my days when I work to get stuff done. I schedule one full rest day per week, one day where I don't do any like productive stuff, no YouTube, no physical labor, nothing. But then the other days I schedule them accordingly to get content done and everything. And so today is a full editing day because I'm trying to keep up on batched content so I can keep releasing weekly videos. Because something else that I told myself recently is like, I'm like, Marisa, you've rested a lot this year because you went through a lot emotionally with, my past living situation and everything. And I said, yeah, you rested a lot and you gave yourself grace, but at what point do you need to exert a bit more towards your dreams? Are you really doing everything that you could be doing at this moment in time to contribute to your goals? And the answer was no, honestly. Like, no. I had to look at myself and be like, no, you're giving yourself too many allowances. And you cannot feel sorry for yourself if you're not doing everything you can at this present moment for your goals. So I made it a goal that, usually I work between like 28 and 30 hours a week at my job. So I made it a goal to at least contribute 28 to 30 hours a week to my personal goals. Like, I need to be working for myself just as much, if not more, as I am for somebody else, if I want working for myself to become a reality. So that's what I've been working on doing. I even wrote it on my calendar. It says, what does it say? It says dedicate 30 plus hours a week to my goals. And I put my with an underline. So anyways, that's where my mindset's been at. And that's why I've started to upload weekly again. And I've started also playing with my content. So like, these vlogs give me a more free outlet. And you guys actually really enjoyed the other one. No, they might not pick up as much traction as some of my other videos do, but I really enjoyed doing the last one, and the people who have been with me and enjoy me as a person, not just the content, the educational content I release. You guys really enjoyed it, and that's enough reason for me to continue doing it. So that's why I'm doing this vlog. And yeah, so we're just going to be editing today. I just wanted to touch in and share all my thoughts. Because, my Gemini moon, I gotta talk about my thoughts. I just have to. It makes me happy. So thanks for listening.
Global language like English and having that outside perspective on things can be enough. It's actually very valuable.
Hello, hola. I'm coming at you from my filming setup. It is July 19th, and it's been a while since I recorded for the vlog. I've been working and stuff and just been really focused. And I really wanted to film a productive morning with you guys, but of course, plot twist, life. My roommate ended up being here unexpectedly in the morning and not leaving until literally just a little bit ago. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to film. So I ended up not filming anything this morning, which sucks because I think this is the only filming day I'm going to have before the vlog goes up. And I just wanted to kind of give you an insight into what my mornings look like when I'm preparing to film. But oh well, it's not even it is embarrassment. I can't film when it's just me and somebody else home, somebody that isn't my partner or anything. Even if it was my partner, I feel a little awkward when somebody else is home and I'm filming. So it is partially embarrassment, but it's just also the fact that, how do I put this? I'm somebody who's very sensitive to being perceived. So I have a very low social battery and I'm extremely introverted. I'm a hermit, to the point that I think some people would probably get a little bit offended at the amount of hermit mode I go and how introverted I am. But in the moment when I'm filming, I just can't be super vulnerable and open. I'm also, on top of being really introverted, I'm also very slow to open up. So anybody who knows me pretty well personally knows that this is a fact and they've seen it. I'm very selective, naturally just selective with who I really showcase my true energy to and who I share my real emotions and my real thoughts with. But I naturally filter everything and I'm very selective about what I filter and with who. And that's also a very stereotypically Piscean thing. So if I have any fellow Pisceans watching, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I tend to do that. So it's really hard for me when somebody is in my space while I'm filming. Filming is a very intimate thing for me, which may sound ironic to some people because it goes public on the internet. But I don't know how to explain it, especially when I'm vlogging. I have these raw thoughts that I'm talking to you guys about, and I don't want anyone else to hear them until I've uploaded them to the internet, if that makes sense. So anyways, I'm sorry that I could not film this morning for you guys, but just know that today's a filming day. I've got my whole setup. I'm going to flip you guys around really quick. So I got my filming setup right here. This is what it looks like. I have my laptop in front of me. Oh, hey, you can see me. That's basically what my filming setup looks like, and obviously you guys see my background. So anyways, I just wanted to touch base and let you guys know it's a filming day, and then when I'm done filming, I signed up for Lior Alexandra's new moon ceremony. So if any of you guys are familiar with Lior Alexandra, I'm 100% sure a lot of you are. She sometimes does these moon ceremonies, and I've never been part of one, but this new moon was a really important time for me personally, and I could tell that it was a very strong moon for me. And I've really been realigning myself with my goals and my daily actions and everything. So I felt like it would be a perfect time for me to invest in a really solid new moon ceremony with the energy of other people and somebody who's very well versed in spiritual ceremonies. So I'm excited for that. So I'll be doing that this afternoon after I film. And yeah, I also tried something new. I tried crimping my hair with a straightener, and I love how it turned out. It's not perfect. There's definitely some parts like this part that's kind of womp womp. But it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, right? Yeah. Anyways, I need to go film. Well, hello again. We are back in comfy mode. It's funny, I have this casting spell shirt on when I'm about to be doing a new moon ceremony. I just find that kind of funny. Just cleaned my room up a little bit. Obviously, you see there's some clothes thrown and folded over there, but I just got it a little bit more tidy because after I film, my room is so messy after I film. So I just tidied it up and got it ready so it's a nice space for the ceremony. I'm about to make myself some lunch before the ceremony starts because it's going to be about a 3-hour time period. And yeah, I'm excited.
Attention. It's time for journaling music. Where do you go?
Alright, I am out of the nail appointment. Look at these babies. It's like a bluish gray color. I've been feeling the grays lately. I don't know. I mean, here in the South, the summertime is like, it's gray a lot of times. I mean, there is a lot of sunlight, but there's a lot of random storms and a lot of rain during the summertime. So I kind of feel the gray. I don't know. It's like a nice in between. It's not too harsh of like a wintry, dark season color, but it's also not like a super light, like pastel color. I don't know. I love it. So anyways, I just got my nails done. We are going to be running some errands now. So since it's Friday, it's my day off usually on Fridays. And it's the day I've dedicated to be like my rest day and my errand day pretty much. So I got my nails done. And now we are going to go to Ulta. And on the way to Ulta, I'm going to stop by Starbucks. I hardly ever get myself Starbucks because since I work at a specialty coffee shop, we have like the best coffee in the area. I'm not even lying. But Starbucks, I look at it as like fast food coffee. And even though, like, for example, you might crave Taco Bell. You know you're not going to get the best tacos of your life or the most authentic tacos or the best quality tacos, but sometimes you just crave a good Taco Bell taco or burrito or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about Starbucks. Every now and then, I just want to go there just to get some Starbucks. Like, it's partially about the experience and whatever. Yeah, you guys get it. You guys get it. Yeah, every once in a while, I like a little Starbucks. Or maybe if I'm going on like a road trip or something, then like getting a little Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? It's a vibe. It's a vibe for sure. So anyways, we're going to get Starbucks on the way to Ulta. Because I have my staple beauty products. I've ran out of pretty much all of them at the same time, which never happens, but it's nice. And it was payday today, so perfect. It was payday for both my work job and for YouTube. So I'm like, wow, thank you, universe. Then after that, we're gonna go to Whole Foods so I can do a little bit of grocery shopping. I have some things I need to pick up. And the Amazon Hub Center that I pick up my Amazon orders from have also arrived, and they're at that Whole Foods. So I'm gonna pick up that. I have one package in there that's quite exciting for you guys. Well, it's for me, but like it's gonna help a little bit with vlogging content. So I'm excited about that. So I went ahead and unloaded my groceries and stuff, and I cooked myself some midday lunch and ate and everything. Now I want to show you guys what I got from Amazon because it's super exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use it. I picked up 2 items from Amazon. One is a ice face roller. You can see what it looks like right there. I've been wanting to get one of these. As you guys can see, sorry if it's a little gross and up close and personal, but it is what it is. But literally right on time, 10 days before my period, I always get a chin breakout. And it mainly consists of like cystic bumps that always form right here and right here, along with a couple little whiteheads. And I've been dealing with acne since I was so young. As soon as like adolescence hit, it was wild. That's why I have scarring on my nose. And like the scarring used to be way worse, and my skin used to be 10 times worse. But learning my skin and what it is that's exactly causing it to break out has been a journey. I know at this point in time now, I've noticed the pattern of when it breaks out enough to know that it's connected to my hormones, it's connected to the luteal phase of my cycle, but it's just trying to figure out what my body needs so it doesn't break out to this extent every time I'm 10 days away from my period. And I deal with like inflammation of the face a lot. Like my face is very red and hot. Like I always feel almost like I have a fever. That's what I got that for. Sorry, that was kind of a ramble. But the really exciting thing, this baby right here. It's called a gorilla pod. And I'm so excited because you guys, I've gotten requests to definitely continue the vlogging, so I'm going to include more vlogs on the channel, probably sticking to like monthly vlogs until, I don't want to release too many, but also I don't know, I'm not good at it yet. So I got this to make vlogging easier, so I don't always need my tripod. And I don't always need to try and set up my phone in these awkward spots. I should have seen what I was trying to do to set up my phone to film the last vlog. It was like I was setting up these like jungle gyms of random objects that I had around me to try and keep my phone propped up correctly. It was just a struggle. So this is going to make our lives a lot easier. I'm excited. I'm going to pop it open right now and set it up and see if I can't start using it right this second. It is all set up and everything nice. So I have my phone attached to it. It was a little bit of a learning curve to attach my phone to it, but we are in business, which is super exciting. Oh, I love this thing. I can hold it. I can move it around. It's amazing. I wanted to show you guys what I got from Whole Foods, but I wasn't able to do a haul as soon as I got home. So I had to put everything away. Sigh, because it needed to be refrigerated, obviously, but because I love you guys, I am gonna take out the groceries I got and show them to you guys. Okay, this is the best place I could find to put you guys. The lighting is poop in here, so yeah, anyways, don't mind the like cluttered looking kitchen. That's kind of just how it is because there's not much space in this kitchen between my roommate and I. So we make do with what we have. I have no categories to this. So first off, I got some more organic turmeric and sesame seed. Sesame seeds are one of the seeds that are good for women to consume when they're on a certain part of their menstrual phase or menstrual cycle. Turmeric, I throw it on like everything. It's an amazing anti-inflammatory. And I got some more tofu. I get this organic high protein tofu because for each serving it has 14 grams of protein, which is awesome. And I love the texture. I love that it's a little thicker because if you cook it enough, you can get it to have like a meaty texture, which is nice for certain dishes. I got some more lemons because I love including lemons in as much stuff as possible. I mainly like to have lemons with like my morning green drink, or if I'm having like hot water in the morning or a tea, then lemon is a must-have. This thick cut cold smoked salmon, I haven't been buying like straight up frozen salmon because It's really expensive to buy a pack of even like cheap salmon is expensive. And I don't like, I'm been really lazy. I'm honestly really lazy when it comes to a lot of things. So I haven't wanted to cook salmon. So I've just been getting this. Granted, it has a lot more sodium, but I don't eat much of it. So it's okay. And I don't eat much sodium to begin with. But I like throwing this sometimes on like avocado toast or making like a sandwich with it. It's really good. I got some, this is a new purchase for me, some organic pure tart cherry juice because I want to start making these like evening collagen drinks. My collagen powder hasn't come in yet, but I'm trying a new collagen powder. It's a marine collagen powder. And I want to mix it with this and then maybe like a banana and some kale. I got some kale for that purpose because apparently those are good things to have at nighttime. They help your body induce melatonin. They help with the melatonin production. And I need that. I struggle with sleep regulation. So then we got avocados. Always got to have avocados on deck. Always got to have bananas on deck like I was just talking about. This is the milk that I always repurchase, the 3 Trees Vanilla Bean Almond Milk, because it is, these are the ingredients. Ooh, can you see that? These are the ingredients. Like amazing. And this is very expensive. It's like $7 just for this bottle, and this bottle is not even massive. And that is steep. If you use milk for like cereal, for oatmeal, if you make like protein shakes, then it can get really expensive to purchase a milk like this. The reason I do it and I can afford it is because I only use it mainly as a creamer for like my nighttime tea or for my morning coffee. That's the main thing that I use it for, is a creamer. So I don't fly through it. It lasts me a little while. Then, this is a thing I don't regularly purchase. I got this because I wanted some Parmesan style cheese for when I make spaghetti. So that's why I got this plant-based Parmesan. Yeah, the ingredients aren't the best, but it's okay because I'm not eating it regularly and it's just like a one dish type of thing. Then I got Stonyfield Greek yogurt from the grass-fed line. Once again, the ingredients in this, like, they're great for the most part. It just has a gum in it, and gums are strong gut irritants. That's why I got that, because it's way more nutrient dense than like plant-based yogurts, and it has better ingredients, the probiotics, all those benefits. And it doesn't upset my stomach. Since it's a good quality yogurt, it doesn't upset my stomach. I got more spirulina because I throw this in my yogurt parfaits. I mix it with my yogurt. I also mix it with my oatmeal. And if I were to be making myself smoothies regularly, I would mix it with a smoothie, probably. Then I got these kelp noodles. So this is a new discovery.
A new discovery.
But these have amazing nutrients, vitamins, and minerals in them for you. And they're great to throw into a noodle dish, like an Asian noodle dish, or they're great to throw on top of like a salad or like a rice dish. I have some rice dishes I posted on my Instagram where I threw these on top, and they're a great addition. And they're so mineral dense. They're so good for you. So I got those again. I got myself some frozen cherries because, like I said, I wanted to make myself like a smoothie with cherries and banana and kale. Then I usually get the Ezekiel bread, but I've wanted to reduce my gluten intake and see if maybe that helps with my inflammation at all. So I'm gonna try this bread because it's gluten-free and it still has good ingredients. Then I like getting myself soba noodles, but I like making soba noodles with like a teriyaki type sauce and with tofu and mushrooms. Then for spaghetti, I'm still finding the spaghetti noodles that I like. For a while, I was getting the Banza chickpea noodles, but chickpeas, like, they're so good for you and they're protein dense, but they're very heavy on the stomach. They can be very heavy to digest. So I've been wanting to try different pastas and see which ones feel better on my stomach. And this is an organic turmeric pasta. It's made with rice, quinoa, and amaranth. Amaranth is so good for you. My favorite brand of eggs. I don't want to obviously hold it up because the eggs are gonna fall out, but it's the Vital Farms eggs. They have the best eggs. We're back in my room, and I just wanted to talk to you guys for a second about my diet, about my eating, because it is something that I've been passionate about for a long time. I've always had a natural interest in pretty much like the biology behind like food and the chemistry behind cosmetics and how they interact with our body. I used to think that I wanted to be in some biological field, or I thought that I maybe wanted to be, what is it called? I cannot remember the title of the job, but the people who create cosmetics. But then I found out I hate chemistry, so that was a no-go. But a lab technician, I think that's what they're called. But anyways, so I've always been very like wary of what I eat, and I've always learned how to improve it and make it better. It was always something that was important to me. So then what a lot of people don't know is when I was 18, I had a brain aneurysm. So I had a subarachnoid hemorrhage. I'll see if I can find a description and put it like right here. But if anyone knows, is familiar with aneurysms, they're pretty much a stroke in the brain. And usually they're the cause of instant death. Or you have to go into very serious surgery where they have to cut a hole in your skull. Luckily for me, the blood vessel that had popped in my brain, it actually sealed itself off and it stopped bleeding. So my aneurysm stopped itself. And to this day, like the doctors had no idea what to tell me when it came to the reasoning behind it. I was the youngest person in the ICU, and I was living a pretty healthy lifestyle at this point in time, but I definitely think it was stress because I'm someone who's very prone to stress. I'm super prone to overthinking, getting in my head, and I'm very prone to headaches and all of that. So I feel like it had something to do with my stress levels, and that taught me to chill out for sure. It was a very scary experience, and as time went on, I found out all the things that we do that affect the brain and how important the brain is. We tend to think so much about our like arm muscles, our abs, our legs, our butt, all of those. We think about all those things, but like up until recently, we barely ever talked about the brain, and the brain is a muscle, and it's the most important muscle that we have, and we neglect it. We literally abuse it on a daily basis. So through my aneurysm, through that near-death experience when I was young, through me naturally having kind of a passion for healthier eating and things like that, and through dealing with acne, struggling with acne growing up, all those things combined really made me want to know how I can better take care of my body through diet, because diet is the most important thing. It's definitely the most important thing. That is stuff you're literally chewing, swallowing, and ingesting. And it's just crazy to me that we don't take it seriously at all. And don't get me wrong, I love me some hot Cheeto fries, and like I said earlier, I love me some Taco Bell once in a while, but the fact that we eat these things regularly is crazy. I know that there's a million different experiences and timelines that people are living that don't allow them to afford the healthier options and everything, but a lot of times when I've witnessed these people who say they can't afford like the healthier food and stuff, they're spending their money elsewhere, like on unimportant things elsewhere, where if they really wanted to, they could allocate some of that money that they're spending on unimportant things or wasteful groceries. A lot of people say they can't afford it, but then they spend a lot of money buying like packaged foods. Packaged foods are very expensive. Like a box of cereal, I don't even know how much cereal costs nowadays, but I'm assuming anywhere from like $5 to $8 for a box of cereal, and that's something that you fly through. And it's not a good bang for your buck, you know? So if people actually sat down and took the time to figure out where to allocate their funds for the food that they purchase, it would make a huge difference. The way that I started, and still what I practice to this day, is I look at the things that I eat the most. So I started with bread and eggs because I eat a lot of bread and eggs. I love my avocado toast. So I prioritize those first. Those were the first things where I'm like, okay, I'm going to figure out what a better bread alternative is and what a better egg alternative is. So I'm not eating these really high cholesterol, crappy eggs, and I'm not eating this super bad for me bread that doesn't do anything. It's just a filler food. And I'm going to actually find bread and eggs that are filling and nourishing for my body. And then the rest, I'll figure it out as time goes. And so at this point in time, the groceries you see me get are a combination of knowledge that I've gained through years of practicing and figuring out what foods work for me. It's a combination of that and still experimenting. I'm still experimenting, and I also still have to play around with what I can afford. I don't mean to sound snooty because I am living alone. I mean, I have a roommate, but we don't share anything. I'm living alone. I'm purchasing my own groceries. I don't have a kid currently. And so I get that my scenario is the easiest scenario to figure out your diet, but anybody can still take away from the advice that I just gave. Like, you could still apply it in some way to your own life. And if you don't want to figure out how to do it, then I can't help you. I get made fun of because I eat whole foods and I care about what I put into my body, and I try to make healthier meals and stuff. And it's something people have picked on me about my entire life because it's just not normal, even though it should be normal. And it's scary that it's not, and very concerning that it's not. Anyways, that is my rant about health food and why I buy foods at like Whole Foods or Sprouts or these more expensive supermarkets. A lot of people don't understand it. I value what I put in my body and I prioritize that. So I allocate my funds towards that. I spend less elsewhere so I can spend more on my groceries and get better quality food. That's what I do. That's all I'm saying. Hello everybody, it is July 26th, 5th? 25th. It's July 25th, and this is going to be the last day in July that I film for this vlog before it goes up. And I'm excited because we're going to a location called Bell Mountain, and it looks beautiful in the pictures. It's a little bit of a drive, but something about me, I just love like little road trips and stuff. So we're headed over there to spend some time in nature, because one thing about being a super introvert that works in customer service is I get depleted and the last thing I want to do on my day off is like go to a place where there's a whole bunch of people usually. So we're going to a place where there's not people and there's nature. Well, there'll be people walking the trail, but you know what I mean. So we're on our way. We might stop and pick up coffee at some cool little popular coffee spot. And yeah, if we do, I'll hopefully remember to show you guys that.
You were always smarter. I was the one to tag along. I remember how we started. like a shift in the flow, a change coming, it's inevitable. In a paradise, we can work it out and see the hard times fading. In the sunrise, we can flee the night. In the paradise, we can work it out and see the hard times fading. In the sunrise, we can flee the night. Flee the night. Searching for a seeing, someone who knows what is to come. 'Cause the future's a deceiver. She breaks promises for fun.
Holy crap, guys. What a walk up here. The drive was so steep. Like, I did not expect that. And I'm so out of breath. But look at this place. Look.
Oh, Donna, I was going to ask that guy on the motorcycle what he charges for right now.
The graffiti is so cool.
Strange motions, like a shift in the flow, a change coming, it's inevitable. In a paradise, we can work it out and see the hard times fade. In the sunrise, we can flee the night. In the paradise, we can work it out and see the hard times fading. In the sunrise, we can flee the night. Flee the night. In the paradise, we can flee the night. Flee the night. In the paradise, we can flee the night.
We braved that other point and you saw the views. It was so beautiful. Now we're just exploring the surrounding area because what we saw, like the channels of water, the area that you go to when you actually go back down that steep mountain is this area that's intertwined with the water. It's like these really nice little small towns and like the water's running through it. It's a big lake that has a bunch of little channels that branch out through the land, so it's beautiful. So we found this cool little beach spot where there's like a playground. I showed you guys some clips of the actual beach, and the background are the mountains, and it's so pretty. Show you guys the view. I wasn't prepared at all to run into like a lake beach, but wow, definitely a spot to come back to. This is so much prettier than I thought it was going to be. I did not expect this. And the water, I touched the water and it's perfect. So perfect. It's so relaxing.